Welcome in, everybody. I'm Devin O'Day. This is Main Street Today, and we're from a different location. If you can't tell, I am at the Lodge at Five Oaks, the host hotel in Sevierville, Tennessee, for the Inspirational Country Music Awards, and doing things a little bit differently. I had recorded some shows to cover what we were doing, and then the world changed. That's what happens. And we are ready to talk about some important things. We've had a lot of tragedy this weekend and a lot of tragedy. We've lost a lot of people. And so I'm just going to come to you live and let's interact and let's talk about what's going on in our world. First of all, I want to thank Lynn, Loretta Lynn's granddaughter and dear friend of mine, for literally frontlining this and sending me some important footage that you may not know about and you may not have seen. First of all, we're going to check in with Taylor, and then she sent me some incredible footage that her husband, John Cody Finger, did. And so let's just take a look and think about our friends in Waverly.
Okay, I think I'm on the pilot internet. So they say stay at home. I get that. You don't want a bunch of people out getting in more trouble, getting stuck, which we won't. We won't go anywhere that even looks, dangerous. But right there at Co-op, it's under 6 feet of water. Dwayne and them apparently have lost everything. Lisa Box is stuck in the apartment over in the apartments over there. We've got Tammy from the Milkshakery is stuck upstairs with her daughter. Cars are flooded away. I just got a text from McKinney that there's a mom and an infant stuck. I don't want people to get hurt. I don't want people to get in the way. I don't want anybody to be put in danger. We are just going to go see what we can do. Maybe we can't do anything. We've got a rope and a chain and some 4-wheel drive, and maybe we can help somebody pull some cars out. We don't know. There's a wide audience here, and I don't know if people, I don't know what we need. I don't know. I know that Humphreys County is doing everything they can, that the city of Waverly is doing everything they can. We don't want to get in anyone's way, but this is what happens in a small town. Everybody comes together. So I know that there are people that have lost everything already, I don't know where they're going to go. Jamisa, we're trying to get there, girl. I don't think I can get past Co-op. I'm asking anybody that's around there. I don't know where y'all are, Jamisa. We just got to the pilot. I texted you right back. I couldn't stay on connection with you. I just don't know what to do. Brandy's in an apartment. She's on a hill, so she's okay. Meemaw is on a hill. She's fine. My parents, they're on a hill. They're fine. Reggie, I'll let you know what we can do. The cabins are booked. I know that my stepmom is trying, and Anthony, they're trying to get a way where they can help people get in there. Because of my children, and we don't have extra, so I won't be taking anybody in, but I am trying to figure out ways that we can get people in, what we can do. Patricia, I know you guys have. It's just the thing is, we don't know how to get to them. Everybody's trapped. So, how do we get to this baby and this infant? Let's wait on the money. You know that I'll be asking for money tomorrow to do what we need to do. So, let's wait. My people always come out. Our people, our tribe always comes out when it comes to the money. Let's assess the damage tomorrow. I would imagine, unless we need to get some hotels for people. I don't want you to start sending me money yet until maybe that's what I can do. But how will they get from Waverly? They are trapped in Waverly. So there's no way, unless they go through Camden, right? Is that how they would go? Because you can't go down 70 towards Dixon to get out anywhere. You can't come this way down 13. Y'all know where Co-op is. If you haven't been here, you know where Co-op is. You can't get past that. Dad and them are doing the animals right now, trying to get the animals. Apparently, it's about to get worse. So yes, we could raise money to get these people in hotels tonight, but how would they get to the hotels? I don't know how they get to the hotels. I'm not trying to fearmonger or be.
The day in over there, wherever.
Yeah, but honey, I don't know how they would get. I don't know how they would get. There goes all the sirens.
For what?
I don't know which one's yours or mine.
This is like one of those apocalypse.
The second that we got in there, all of the gas pumps or all of the ATMs machines shut down. So if I didn't scan my card already, we wouldn't have gotten gas.
Oh, are we gonna give it to people?
I have some extra gas to give
Tanya, we're fine. We're not gonna do. My husband and myself are not gonna do anything to put us in danger, but we are gonna.
Yeah, we
Nobody
gotta
can
put
get gas
ourselves in.
anymore.
Nobody can get gas here.
So that just gives you a very real life view of what's going on in Waverly. There are some issues with power, electricity, but today we're going to give you some solutions and some ways that you can help. The first on the scene always are the people that are, excuse me, from there. But let me give you an assessment. John Cody, who was just got in the car, they took the drone out so you could see. We know we're planning the big GospelFest for Labor Day weekend. Well, those plans are changed. So let's just take a look at what Loretta Lynn's ranch looks like right now. Her house is up on a hill. It's kind of like an island, but this gives you a very real world view. And then some of the people that are missing and some of the people that we have lost. I almost can't look at that. It hurts my heart. But you know what gives me hope? Look for God in the helpers. People are coming through all over our world right now to help. How can we help? What do we need to do? Well, here's an update from the Red Cross, who is on the scene even as we speak, and they've got ways that we can help.
Hello, everyone. I'm Sherry McKinney with the Tennessee Red Cross. I'm coming to you from Waverly, Tennessee, where Friday night into early Saturday morning, we saw 15 inches of rain hit this area like none other in history. And you can see some of the damages here behind me. People's lives lost. Also, there's lots of missing folks here. Your American Red Cross is here, and we are trying to provide some relief to the area. But we need your help still. We need your help with these folks. These folks have suffered truly great losses. They are out just trying to scoop up what's left of their livelihoods and their homes. I'm going to show you here in a bit a little bit of what we are seeing here in the town. Here is just an example of what we're seeing in Waverly. Everything from cars completely moved from downstream. We don't even know where these cars came from. We saw a whole entire U-Haul truck pushed downstream. You can see the damage here at this home and the one next to it. And I'm not so sure that this wasn't a home right here. It's just gone. It's totally gone. There are lives lost, as I said. People are still missing. There are crews out here looking to find people any way they can. We have homeowners literally combing through the mud and the muck, just trying to find something that belongs to them. American Red Cross is working with our partners for sheltering. We are providing mental health assistance as well as health assistance. We're starting the work of trying to help these folks clean up what's left. It's truly unreal and sad. But that's why we're here.
It is why the Red Cross is there. Now, let me start with some of the ways that you can help. If you would like to text, this is the easiest way to give. The Red Cross is on site for disaster relief, Red Cross disaster. There is a text line, $10. Text Red Cross to 90999. It comes off your phone bill, $10, and that's immediate help to the Red Cross that is right there. Now, there's something neat when you talk about communities. There is a group at Sky King Pizza, Kingston Springs. We all know them. And we're going to give you some information. It's coming in even as we speak about GospelFest. Jeff Sneed and his crew, they had planned to be there on Labor Day weekend. Hearing from the ranch, Ernie, Lynn's wife, who's really coordinating a lot at the ranch, said that there's going to be things. They lost a road getting in. So there's going to be some things. They said it may not be back up till 2022. So we're going to have some updates. Loretta Llewellyn is standing by, and we're going to find out some information about GospelFest. But first, we're going to talk about ways that we can help. At Sky King Pizza, they're doing a Buckets of Love campaign. At Sky King Pizza, you bring a 5-gallon bucket filled to the back of Sky King Pizza in the loading dock and just leave it. They need work gloves, rubber gloves, bleach, cleaner, sanitizer, contractor bags, scrub brushes, microfiber, rags, towels, clothespins, clothesline, bug spray. Just fill up that 5-gallon bucket. It's really some of the hands-on things. And that's just the way that everybody is getting together and kind of beginning to help. Then there's another group that will be on hand. And I don't know if you know about Mercy Chefs. They have just a brand new location that is in Brentwood, just opened up. And these are where chefs volunteer their time, and they're going to be feeding people. Doesn't cost anybody anything. Good, nutritious food. And they're on the way. And they're in Brentwood. Let me tell you a little bit about their story, because you might want to help with them. You might want to volunteer with them. They need help right now. Here's what Mercy Chefs does.
to move out. You're needed in Baton Rouge at 116 Lafayette Street. Personnel will be waiting for you.
This house has been through a lot. This town's been through a lot, and I never, ever could imagine this happening here.
We find that sometimes the news media doesn't go where we go, to places that are underserved, a community that's been devastated.
You're standing in the road for 12, 13, 14 hours, but then somebody brings you a good hot meal. It just means the world to everybody. It boosts your morale. It makes you feel better. Makes you feel better about helping the people that are helping you.
We've never gone through a disaster like this or on this magnitude. And they come in here and they've been through it. And so that's a great comfort.
There's two things that they're feeding, the stomach and the soul. People forget about the soul.
We're often asked, why do you work so hard to do a quality meal when you can just throw something out? I don't think it's worthwhile to go and do something in the name of the Lord and not do it with excellence and to do it with passion and do it to the best of your ability.
Mercy Chef has been a godsend because most of my guys are eating out of a paper bag or a plastic bag or some type of dry foods, and it's nice to have a warm meal.
It's very difficult for me to say this sometimes, but funding is the only limitation we face. I mean, it's just a fact. Without the resources and the support of donors, we can't go feed people. The financial demands when we're on site are huge. It's not unusual for us to have a $15,000 a day grocery bill. We get our groceries in tractor trailer trucks. I mean, that's how we get the groceries. We can't wait for donated supplies. We're here too early for that kind of thing. So we have got to have that ready reserve of funds available that we can go into a disaster and not hesitate. It takes us almost $5,000 just to fuel up all the vehicles to get on site.
During Hurricane Sandy, they had to drive across several states to purchase propane for the trucks. We just do what we need to do to get the job done.
You know, I think of the chefs that work with us. These folks leave home, they take time off work, they use vacation or unpaid leaves of absence. They'll sleep on the floor of the kitchen if they have to. They will do anything it takes to feed people in a time of crisis.
The biggest event was the Baton Rouge flood. The first day we showed up, we had 3 chefs and we fed 10,000 people the first day we got on site. And throughout the course of the week, we fed 65,000 people, and that was just incredible.
From the very beginning of being involved with Mercy Chefs, I was so greatly impressed by how every dollar that comes in really hits the ground. Instead of going for administrative costs, I have seen Gary take money out of his own pocket when it wasn't there, literally taking cash out of his wallet. We've all done it. I've just seen such an integrity with every single donation.
One of these mobile kitchens cost us about $140,000 or $150,000 to put on the road. And then the complete package that goes with us can take us up to $250,000. That's really not a lot of money for us to cover a geographical section of the United States. So with the 3 kitchens we have now, we're still fairly limited. So we have one in Virginia Beach, one in Dallas, and one in North Oklahoma. Now the one in North Oklahoma, we will move during hurricane season. So those 3 kitchens cover a big part of the country right now. But we'd love to add another one in North Florida. And we desperately want to put one on the West Coast. Then from there, we'd like to put one in the heart of the industrial area, Detroit, Cleveland, Pittsburgh. That gives us a great expanse up there. And then maybe one down in the heartland. Now, if we have those 7, we can move one around to Colorado during the blizzard times of the year. We can move another one if there's a drought coming in and still keep our coverage of the country complete. We can get anywhere in 8 hours of an emergency.
Here's the cool thing is they now have one in Brentwood, Tennessee. Those trucks are loaded and ready to go. This is, if you want to volunteer with Mercy Chefs, if you want to give and be part of Buckets of Love at Sky King Pizza in Kingston Springs, if you want to donate wherever you are, $10 via text to the Red Cross, that is another way that you can be involved and you can give. Sometimes you can't be here, you can't be hands-on. Candy Seaton, who lives there in Humphreys County, she had her stuff in a storage unit. The back of the storage unit was washed away. So everyone pretty much just helped what was in there. People just helped themselves to the stuff. It's just like, but she said, look, I'm alive and I have a home. So many have lost so much. People are setting up all sorts of ways to help. Candy's got on the community page on Facebook, there is a GoFundMe there. Taylor Lynn, who we heard from earlier, has raised over $15,000 through a GoFundMe and is helping people just with the bare necessities. Hey, what do you need right now? How can we help you? And so that is another way to reach out. Elizabeth says United Way of Humphreys County has a texting donation set up that is even closer to home. There are all sorts of ways that you can help. I'm not telling you one is better than the other. Just find a way, whatever your hand finds to do. 5-gallon bucket idea is a great idea. Yes, I think I think that's amazing. You find them on Facebook, Sky King Pizza in Kingston Springs, Tennessee. And Elizabeth said she's going to share that. Where will the chefs be set up at? I think probably closer in to the area, but the people that would like to help and be drivers for Mercy Chefs, you can contact them as soon as they get set up. I think it's going to be later today. Mercy Chefs. They have got a Facebook page and you can find out, and they'll be giving you some information there. And Jennifer, absolutely. I love how everyone is coming together. It's incredible. I do know that a lot of people have reached out with the Cajun Navy. I mean, if anything, from my home state of Louisiana, flooding is something that those people do very, very well, and helping people get out. Now, here's the important thing. As floods happen, we've had some fairly temperate weather, but today it's supposed to get up in the heat index of triple digits. Heat, water equals almost instant mold, mildew, and just miserable conditions. So things that help keep people cool, those little cool bandanas that you can get. I think Walmart has them and whatever. Those would be nice to stick in a bucket of love as well. Elizabeth has another group, Southern Boys Outdoors, also on the way to Waverly with food. They've been preparing all morning. God bless you. Elizabeth, if you can put the location where the Southern Boys Outdoors will be, let's find out. And we want to get everybody fed because they don't have a way to even be on. Angie, all our hearts are breaking. There are people that have not been found, and we're just coming together as a community. The closest newspaper that we have is the Dixon Post. I want you to be following the Dixon Post on Facebook. Main Street Media is there telling the story. They're taking pictures. They're trying to get as much help as they can get. So follow information on the Dixon Post. Now, also Southern Gospel is something that we all gravitate to. It's a wonderful organization of musicians and people, and GospelFest was planned for Labor Day weekend. We now have Loretta Llewellyn standing by. There's some changes they've had to make because it's not going to be ready Labor Day weekend, y'all. But if anytime we needed some Southern gospel music, it would be now. Loretta, welcome. Hi. Tell me a little bit about how are we pivoting and what are we doing with GospelFest?
Well, needless to say, our hearts are just going out to the Waverly community and everyone at the ranch. Our personal loss, just Wayne Spears, the ranch hand. Yeah, we worked hand in hand with him.
I know.
Foreman, and it's just devastating. So, with that in mind, we don't want to just give up everything. We want to maintain as much normal as we can, all the while reflecting back to that community because they're so gracious to us year after year.
Yeah.
And we're going to turn this, we're working on how, but we're going to turn this in a way that we can help the community. So we have a tentative location. we're going to do a press release of that, so I won't be giving out details of that, but we are planning at this point to move on with the concerts. And all of this while really praying and wanting and desiring to help Waverly and all of those folks that have suffered loss during this devastation. I haven't slept much, since I first heard that it happened, and that has nothing to do with the event planning side of it. It's just as if we don't have enough. This happened.
It's been tough. And if there was ever a time we need Jesus and we need to be the hands and feet of Jesus in this place. And if people get upset with that, that's okay. Because here's the deal.
I'm with you. I'm with you, because we still want to get that word out that God still got this.
Yeah. And it's in us, and it's our responsibility to be the hands and feet out there helping. And that's what's happening. People are coming out of the woodwork. They're coming out of the hills and the hollers, and they're doing anything that is needed. And that's the beauty of this community.
Right. And so with that in mind, I would ask that anyone who's interested in attending or working through GospelFest to do that, just watch on the Sneed Family Ministry Productions Facebook page, and there will be press releases, and we'll try to get the news to you so that you can post it. And we just want to come together, and we just want to help and pray for them as much as possible. My mind goes to a particular song, and Daryl and Chris Freeman. I know you know them.
Oh, I love them with all my heart, the Freemans.
They have a lot of storm songs, and the one that I held on to was "In Spite of the Storm." I feel His hand on the wheel, and I believe God's got this. I really, really do. And we just want to move forward, no matter what goes in our way, no matter if the floodwaters are there or the hurricanes or the earthquakes. We still need to have a voice, and GospelFest is all about that. And we're not going to let the rocks cry out. We're still going to be there with our voice. And so I would just ask that everyone just hold fast. And if they don't already have plans to attend, go to the Sneed Family Ministry Productions page and see how they can get involved, how they could attend, and how they can help. And we will be a light in spite of the storm. That's just the way that we feel about it. And thank you so much for everything you're making people aware of, because there's so many ways that they can help.
You are just a dear. I know I threw it at you really quick. It's like, be on the air for the, and it's a video. Oh my goodness. Well, look, whether, I changed all the plans. I said, I'm just sitting in a hotel room, not knowing for sure if we would even have good internet connection, but you know what, we're getting the word out, and that's what we're doing. We're helping everybody, whether you want to volunteer with the Red Cross, the United Way, whether you want to be a part of it. GospelFest, if there was ever a year we needed it, it is this one.
That's right. And the Lynn family are just the most gracious hosts, and they're going through so much loss right now. Their priority has been on, the loss of life and the fact that these people are very precious to them. And I have so much respect for that family. You've got Taylor, you've got, Patsy, and all of those, and they're just working so hard to make sure that people are taken care of. And we're thankful that they're safe, and there's just so many people that aren't. So we're just going to keep praying for them. And thank you so much again for allowing us just to let people know that GospelFest is still going to happen. God's still God. We're still going to let His name be heard over and above all of this turmoil and turbulence in our world.
Well, gospelfest.co is the website, and we're going to keep you posted. And I love that it's going to be a bastion of people praying and people bringing hope. That's the thing. We need hope right now. We need hope.
Absolutely.
And if I had that song ready to play through the storm, but that's tomorrow. I'm going to, in spite of the storm. That's the deal, because I love it.
Still on the wheel, folks. That's what we want people to know.
Yeah. Well, God bless you. Thank you so much, Loretta. I appreciate you. Take care.
You. Have a great day.
Bye-bye. You too. Bye. we will let you know about GospelFest as soon as we can. Again, I want to repeat, let me go over here to the comments. And if we go a little over, that's just going to be okay, because we're getting the word out for some important things. Let's see. Our country Candy, who lives in Humphreys County, she runs the community page on Facebook for that entire community. The footage we showed, as she pointed out, was just Loretta Lynn's ranch. That's just part of it. I mean, this is an entire area there, McEwen, and all those areas that are beautiful, rolling hills. And our county has really been great about pulling together to help everyone, and they can. And other counties have been wonderful at coming to our aid with volunteers, law enforcement from other counties, fire and rescue from other counties. We are blessed with the outpouring of volunteers, but this is not a one-week job, folks. This will take a lot longer to clean up, to go through, to help people with. Please remember us today, next week, next month, and the month after that, and after that. Amen. That we got to keep it going. Mark, we feel bad for those people, but there are people who are trying to be part of things. Candy, yes, I want to be part of the Mercy Chefs. That's the thing about it. When people have even been a part of this community and they've lost, they're still coming out going, how can I help? How can I volunteer? If you want to find out more about Sky King Pizza, where they're doing buckets of love, that's something really simple. Something as simple as a 5-gallon bucket with your supplies. Bleach is going to be a big, big, big deal. Rubber gloves and things like that. There were people who literally, they don't have anything, but I have been hearing that they don't need more clothes right now. Gift cards to get to Walmart and things like that, so they can get what they need. So be cognizant of that. If you'd like more information on Mercy Chefs, Elizabeth has put that up in the thread on this show. Mark, thank you so much. And I will let you know there's a Hope Center there that might be a place for furniture and stuff, but right now there's no place to put furniture. Right now it's the immediate feeding people and getting them a place to stay right now and helping them clean up with what they're doing. That's really some of the most important stuff right there. Southern Boys, that is their Facebook. And then also Joanne Berry, who's watching mercychefs.com, if you want to find out a little bit more about that. We do think Taylor Lynn has been on the front lines. She and John Cody have been out riding around and giving us some pictures that the news media may not get to, but they can't get everywhere. There are places and roads that are blocked. And to all, share this Facebook Live. This show, Main Street Today, is part of what we're doing. Is we're getting the word out. This show is your community show. And whatever community in Middle Tennessee you are, that's where we want to be. Main Street Media has done that. We have 14 newspapers around, and we're covering it. The Dixon Post page will be full of ways that you can help. They're covering it as well, and they're our boots on the ground west of town. Let's see. There are so many folks who are checking in. Let's see. Okay. Thank you for so much, Elizabeth. A message into Southern Boys Outdoors. If we find out anything for helping you get involved so you can volunteer. Angie, I love that. We have to be stronger than the storm. You guys, your comments on this page make such a difference because people are paying attention and see, are they just taking money? Are they doing household items? Mark, right now, the household items that they need are for cleaning. Buckets, mops, scrub brushes, gloves, contractor bags, because there's just so much residue and stuff and you can't even get to places if there's so much trash. And it's not just, it's debris and stuff that's a big deal. Thank you, Terry, watching in South Carolina. We appreciate you being there. All right. A lot of thanks going out and people are here. GospelFest 2021, Loretta Lynn's Ranch. Details are at the Sneed Family Productions page on Facebook if you'd like to find out more. And Deborah sending prayers. All right, we're going to close. You know what? I was going to play Lisa Daggs, who is a friend of mine, and she's part of Inspirational Country Music Week, which is where I am in Sevierville. But I'm going to close with another ICMA act. And it is what you are as people in Middle Tennessee. It is kindness. It is kindness. And Greg McDougall and Tommy Brandt are stars of inspirational country, but they're stars in humanity even more. And they're always out doing amazing, wonderful things. But I'm going to close the show with that. If you'd like to find out more information about inspirational country music, go to inspirationalcountrymusic.com. The award show is on Thursday. I will be here until Thursday evening, but we're going to keep these shows going. If I have any updates, just follow us on Main Street Today, and I can go live from here. Learn that today. Learn we can change everything, and we can just take the show on the road. So you guys have a beautiful, blessed day. Be safe, be kind, and remember you are loved. God bless you, everybody.
Well, there you have it. The 15th annual Inspirational Country Music Awards. What a great night of faith, family, and country. Thank you for watching. We're going to ask Greg McDougall and Tommy Brandt to take us to the house and spread a little kindness along the way. Good night, everybody, and God bless you.
If you see your brother standing by the road with a heavy load from the seeds he sown, and if you see your sister falling by the way, just stop and say, you're going the wrong way. You've got to try a little kindness, show a little kindness, shine your light for everyone to see. And if you try a little kindness, you'll overlook the blindness of the narrow-minded people, narrow-minded street. How about my friend Tommy Brandt? Don't walk around the down and out. Lend a helping hand instead of doubt. And the kindness that you show every day will help someone along their way. You've got to try a little kindness, show a little kindness, shine your light for everyone to see. And if you try